From the lush surroundings of the greater Toronto area, welcome to Studio 90. After 6.5 weeks apart, the U.S. Women's National Team has come back together for a week of training in preparation for the June 2nd match against Canada at BMO Field. Two familiar faces join the U.S. camp who have been out with broken bones. We talked to U.S. midfielder Carli Lloyd and Jill Loyden about their recovery and being back with the squad.
I just had to shut it down for 4 weeks, broke this part of my shoulder, had an x-ray at the 4-week mark, was cleared to run, and then by 8 weeks had my final x-ray, everything looked good. It was pretty frustrating because it's one of those things where you don't ever want to be injured, but it's part of the game. You have to go through it. And luckily for me, I didn't need any type of surgery, just had to let it heal. But you know what, on the brighter side, it kind of rejuvenated me. It gave me a little bit of rest. I like to go at it and at it and at it. And you know, now's the time to get injured. Just missed probably 4 games with my team, a couple games with the national team, but I'm ready to go now and feeling really good.
I broke this one 2 years ago in 3 places, so they had surgery. So there's a plate and like 7 screws in there. So then I broke this one this time, so they reopened the same scar. It's a little bigger, a little bit heftier, and more hardware in there. But every day I'm becoming more like Wolverine, so that's good. It's not so much scary as I wasn't really, my shape is terrible. I got hit in the face a few times, but that's par for the course, I think. I want to see in the pace of shots again, and it comes back in a couple of days.
U.S. head coach Tom Sermanni has called up 21 players for this event. We talked to the U.S. coach about his philosophy for this week of training with all the players coming out of tough club seasons.
You know, we've got to be careful. Often when we come into camp, we put a significant training load on the players. I think that's one of the great benefits of the league now. These players have played, you know, 7 or 8 games week in and week out, and you can see straight away that there's no rustiness about the training. They're straight into the session. The match fitness looks good, and everybody's very keen and eager and in good shape.
I'm around the best players in the world every day, training and getting better, so it's a lot of fun. And I'm back with my teammates in the goal, and we have the best training environment, so you're going to get back up to standard pretty quickly.
It's always an honor, you know, anytime you put on the jersey representing your country, I'm honored to be here. You never want to take it for granted, and for me to be out away from the team for a couple months is, you know, it's kind of devastating. This is like my family, so it's good to be back. There's nothing better than being back on the field and playing, and I'm just super excited for this big game ahead.
And one of the downsides of being a national coach is you get rusty as well. So, you know, you're away for 6 weeks and then you're suddenly thinking, what am I going to do today? And but it's fantastic, great environment, as you say, fantastic conditions, good weather. So it's just fantastic to be back out on the soccer field.
That's it for this edition of Studio 90. You can watch USA versus Canada in the first match between these two countries since the epic semifinal of the 2012 Olympics. It will be broadcast live on ESPN News on June 2nd at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, you can follow along on USsoccer.com's match tracker and on Twitter at USsoccer_WNT.